Welcome back to our channel. Today is a beautiful day, but the storm clouds are gathering over Port Charles. We are witnessing a seismic shift in momentum, and the impossible choices facing everyone right now have me absolutely reeling. Let's dive in. So, let's start with Rick Lansing. We all knew this was coming, right? We all knew that Rick returning to Port Charles wasn't just about playing lawyer for Isaiah Gannon, or playing the good uncle to Rock. No, Rick is getting an eyeful of Elizabeth and Dante, and the green-eyed monster is officially out of its cage. I'm sorry, but am I the only one who saw the way he was glaring at them during that softball tournament practice? It was chilling. Rick has this deeply toxic, possessive streak when it comes to... Remember when they tried this redemption arc with him years ago? Yeah, didn't work then either. He always reverts to his darkest impulses when he feels threatened. And now, he's running straight to Sunny. The spoilers say Rick visits his brother to fill him in on a situation that has come up, and Sunny gives his blessing. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's think about this logically. Is Rick really going to Sunny to talk about Jen Sidwell's assets and the Piers? Or is he trying to manipulate Sunny into interfering with Dante and Liz? Because if Rick is using mob business as a smokescreen to get Sunny's blessing on some underhanded move, that is classic Rick. But Sunny is officially out of the mob. Maurice Benard literally told us Sunny is going legit. So why is Sunny giving blessings like he's still the godfather sitting at the head of the table? It doesn't add up, and I am dreading what Rick is actually setting into motion. Okay, back to the point. Let's talk about the absolute train wreck that is Willow Kane. I have opinions on that. Willow is currently trapped in the Quartermaine gatehouse, completely cornered by Michael, who claims he has proof she shot Drew. And now, the spoilers for Wednesday show her looking absolutely panicked, telling someone, walking away unscathed won't be as simple as you think. WHO is she talking to? Is she threatening Michael? Is she warning Nina? Or is she talking to Jack Brennan? Because Willow is spiraling out of control. She has gone from the sweet, innocent schoolteacher to this desperate, cornered animal who is willing to do whatever it takes to keep custody of Wiley and Amelia. I mean, think about the history here. Willow literally drugged her husband with a paralytic for months. She kept Drew locked in his own body. And now she is trying to play the victim because Brooklyn is framing her for Jordan's hit and run? I can't even with her right now. I know some people are loving this Dark Willow era, but personally, I think she is in way over her head. She thinks she can outsmart Michael, Drew, and the PCPD all at once. It's laughable. And that quote, walking away unscathed. It sounds like she realizes she's going down and she's planning to drag someone else down with her. If she goes to prison, she is making sure she doesn't go alone. Which brings me to Jack Brennan and Nina Reed. Can we talk about this? Brennan gives Nina a dire warning, pleading with her to pull back before Willow pulls her down. Yes, Brennan! Finally, someone is talking sense to Nina. Nina has this pathological need to save Willow from her own terrible choice. She literally shoved a wheelchair-bound Drew into the Quartermaine lake to protect Willow. She is an accessory to attempted murder. And Brennan, who is arguably a ruthless WSB villain, is the one acting like the voice of reason. The irony is just too much to handle. But let's be real. Is Nina going to listen? Of course not. Because Nina's fatal flaw has always been her blind devotion to her daughter. She lost Nell to her own psychotic tendencies, and she is absolutely terrified of losing Willow the same way. But Brennan is right. Willow is a sinking ship. The black box with the blackmail evidence is gone. Drew is fully mobile and out for blood. Michael has Trina and Kai's testimony about the ringtone. Willow has zero leverage. If Nina doesn't cut the cord now, she is going to end up in Pentonville, right next to Jen Sidwell. I am actually shipping Nina and Brennan right now, because he might be the only person who can save her from herself. And speaking of Drew, the spoilers say he has an awkward encounter with Nina. Awkward? That is the understatement of the century. She pushed him into a lake. He nearly drowned. How do you just have an awkward run-in with the woman who tried to murder you? I need to see the scene immediately. Drew is fully recovered from the paralytic, his speech is back, his mobility is back, and he is operating on pure, unadulterated venom. I bet he just stands there, smirking at Nina, letting her know that he holds all the cards. He is playing a long, calculated game of revenge, and he is going to make Nina sweat before he completely destroys her and Willow. But wait, it gets even crazier. The promo shows Drew and Ava Jerome together at the Metro Court pool. Ava literally says, "I had no idea hell had frozen over. Am I dreaming?" Drew and Ava teaming up? This is the alliance I didn't know I needed, but now I am absolutely here for it. Think about it. They both hate Sunny. They both have a ruthless streak. Ava is currently dealing with the fallout of Ethan Lovett fleeing town in the Hudson Parker mess, while Drew is trying to seize control of his life and his daughter, Scout. If these two pool their resources, they could be unstoppable. I know some fans are going to hate this because Drew used to be the good twin, but honestly, good Drew was boring. This dark, vindictive, scorched earth Drew is the best thing to happen to the character in years. And pairing him with Ava, it's brilliant. Ava respects power and she respects people who are willing to get their hands dirty. Drew is no longer playing by the rules. I can totally see them forming a mutually beneficial partnership to marginalize Sunny and take over the power vacuum in Port. I am officially dreading what they might do to Alexis, who is already stressing over Scout, but I can't look away from the screen. Now, let's shift gears to Jordan Ashford and Valentin Cassidy. The spoilers reveal that Jordan gets a shocking offer. Valentin wants to add her to his business team as a consultant. This is huge. Jordan has been playing a very dangerous game lately. She used her insider knowledge of Jen Sidwell's assets to help Valentin, and she straight up demanded that he pay her as a consultant if he wants more tips. I love this for her. Jordan spent years being the moral compass of the PCPD, constantly getting burned by the mob and the WSP. Now, she is looking out for number one. I mean, she just got named CEO of Jasper Jacks Enterprises by Jocelyn. She is stepping into the corporate world, and Valentin recognizes her value. Valentin is a shark, and he knows that Jordan's intelligence and tactical skills are top tier. But is she really going to get into bed with a Cassadine? We all know Valentin is currently playing a very dangerous game with Jack Brennan's black box and trying to expose Ross Cullum to Z in Geneva. If Jordan aligns herself with Valentin, she is painting a massive target on her own back. But honestly, I kinda want her to take the deal. It's about time Jordan got some real power in this town instead of just cleaning up everyone else's mess. Finally, we have to talk about Kai Taylor. The spoilers say Kai gets an uneasy feeling, and fans are speculating he could be a target in the Trina Robinson stalker storyline. I am terrified. This stalker plot has been giving me major horror movie vibes. Trina just had her massive music showcase with Gio Palmieri. She's riding high, and now this creepy shadow is hanging over her. Is it Quinn? Is it Simon, the sleazy music producer? Whoever it is, they are clearly unhinged, and the tension is literally suffocating. And Kai is right in the crosshair. He just allied himself with Michael in the custody war against Willow. He knows the truth about Willow shooting Drew. He has so much going on, and now he has to deal with a stalker who might want to eliminate anyone close to Trina. It's too much. Kai is a good guy, and I swear, if the writers kill him off just for shock value, I am going to riot. Trina has already lost Spencer. Well, we know how soap deaths work, but still, she cannot lose Kai too. The poor girl has been through enough trauma to last a lifetime, and seeing Kai getting dragged into this darkness is breaking my heart. When you step back and look at all these moving pieces, Port Charles is an absolute powder keg right now. You've got Rick Lansing spiraling into toxic jealousy, Willow Kane backed into a corner and lashing out, Nina ignoring literal WSB warnings, Drew and Ava forming a dark alliance, Valentin pulling Jordan into his web, and a literal stalker hunting Trina and Kai. I don't know how the writers are going to untangle this mess, but I am glued to my screen. Every single character is making impossible choices, and the fallout is going to be biblical. I just keep coming back to Willow's face in that promo. The sheer panic. She thought she had it all figured out. She thought she could drug Drew, silence him with Brennan's help, and live happily ever after. But the truth always comes out in Port Charles. Always. Brooke Lynn's frame-up is going to blow up, Michael's custody war is going to get vicious, and Drew is going to exact his revenge. Willow is about to lose everything, her career, her kids, her freedom, and honestly, she deserves it. You can't play God with someone's life and expect to walk away clean. And as for Rick, Dante Bitter watches back. Rick is not a man who handles rejection or jealousy well. If he thinks Dante is moving in on Elizabeth, he will use every dirty, legal, and illegal trick in his playbook to destroy him. I just hope Elizabeth sees through his manipulation before it's too late. She has finally found some peace, and Rick is a walking tornado disguised as a concerned family member. Okay, I need to breathe. My heart rate is way too high for this time of... But this is why we watch, right? This is why we invest years of our lives into these characters. Because when the drama hits this level, there is nothing else like it on television. The stakes have never been higher, and Thursday's episode is going to change everything. We are watching the complete dismantling of the lives these people have built, and it is a glorious, tragic masterpiece. Who will survive the absolute wreckage when these explosive secrets finally detonate? Drop your wildest theories in the comments below, and hit subscribe so you never miss a Port Charles update.